tap in and
having
see.
a conversation, Steffon Diggs got physical with her. Struck her, put his hands around her neck, and made other threats. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard about this story a while ago and thought that I was gonna be strapped in for a long trial. Something
Me
OJ
too.
like. I was even gonna live stream it for you guys. But this ended in about 2 days and 90 minutes of deliberation. There's one reason and one reason only. It's because the star witness that they had, the private chef that's in question, was absolutely out of her mind.
Over those 4 or so years, how would you characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated. It started out as friends. We met, became scheduled. We decided I would come work for him.
What were the sort of terms of your employment like? Were you going to be living with him?
Yes.
Let me get this straight. A private live-in chef that you were having sexual relationships with? Oh yeah, as a real freak nigga, I know exactly what that means. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Help me reach my goals of having a private chef as well. No, this is a serious matter. Now, back into the video. Now, Steffon Diggs is an NFL star for what it's worth. Wide receiver for the Patriots, a pretty notable name and face in the NFL sphere.
Didn't the Patriots drop his ass? You know what? They dropped him. But if he don't got anything else that hits the block legally, I don't not see them picking his ass back up for the season. Steffon Diggs, if he at the end of the day, he is still a product. You know what I'm saying?
But also what he's known for is being a freak ball general. He has been linked romantically with Cardi B, having a baby with her. But even outside of that, I think Steffon Diggs has like 13 or 14 baby mamas or something like that. It's an actual outrageous number. From Cardi B to Drake's ex-model girlfriend, from my neighbor.
Wait, hold on.
Steffon Diggs has a problem with having
they have a map
relationships and seeing women as actual outrageous number. From Cardi B.
Hold on. Why the fuck do they have a map? Hey, this nigga be busting them down in VA. What the fuck? He like this area. Wait, no. Wait, where's Spot? Hey, yo, shouts out for that follow. Shouts out Stop Tops, man. Yeah. But yeah, this nigga got a map. Bro, I swear to God. I'm not going to lie. This might have just inspired me to do a little segment where we make a map to some of these niggas and they long line of babies. Because, bro, believe it or not, I have a cousin with 14 kids, bro. Spread out against different women. Hey, that's nothing against him. Do your thing. He ain't never got to pay child support. Know that. I think after you get to 9 kids, you don't got to pay child support anymore. And I'm not saying that so none of you niggas go do that. But I'm just saying, like, even the courts had to put in a clause where they're like, all right, bro, like, we're not going to say he can't provide for all these kids, but, bro, we can't child support this nigga, bro. But man, I don't know. Maybe they should do like a top 3 system, like the first 3 that was first come, first served. You know what I'm saying?
To Drake's ex-model girlfriend, from my neighbor to your neighbor, Steffon Diggs has a problem with having, romantic relationships and seeing women as objects. Last thing that I'll say on this is that the baby's ages are extremely close as well. So it's not like he has any sort of
That's
discipline.
true.
This is a rather young dude who's having these babies back to back to back, even on top of these women. So it makes absolute sense as to how he catches himself in a situation where he is finding himself defending his name with a romantic partner that was supposed to be doing some sort of service for him. It's not like he sees women as anything else other than objects. I say all this to say Steffon Diggs does have a checkered past. Not only does he have all these baby mamas that are running around the nation, he also has that incident that ultimately I think got dismissed in court, and
I think he's gonna talk about it. If they're talking about Steffon Diggs and the brother with the gay guy, I'm sorry, but after hearing about Diddy and like a bunch of them other ones, I can't say I could see Steffon Diggs trying to get some man butt. I ain't gonna lie.
Filed defamation claims against another person, Blake Griffith, where he allegedly drugged him and, tied him down and tried to have some sort of sexual advances with him as well. But the word on the curb, generally speaking, is that you don't want Steffon Diggs to be around anybody that's a woman because he does not know how to handle himself.
What guy on the scene would you least like to date your sister?
Diggs.
Why Diggs?
No. Leave it like that. No.
Oh, Steffon Diggs. He couldn't date my sister.
God damn.
I'm a great guy.
So this is why everybody was ready to run with the story and narrative that Steffon Diggs did place his hands on his
what the
fuck / maid / affair partner.
So when you say
He smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
Do you know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And then what happened?
And
Wait.
then he...
Hold on. Oh, bro, I didn't even see the messages in here. Bro, hold up, let me widen this shit, B. The women are spread, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all are definitely in this chat, and I didn't even realize y'all. Like, 9 children or... Oh, no, that's a fact, bro. Yeah, no, maybe I shouldn't make this so big. I'm glad y'all are hitting the chat. I'm sorry. I will fix that shit another time. Or let me go look at my multi-stream. Or I will just have to go open up my YouTube on my phone. Nonetheless, let's continue. It is wild, though. I ain't gonna lie. These niggas is bugging. Way too many kids. Way too many kids. But yeah, they is talking in the chat, so y'all keep doing that. Y'all keep doing that. I like talking. But like I was saying, though, if she got smacked with his right hand, she said she got smacked on her right side. Y'all think maybe she got smacked so hard, smacked, that she don't realize if he smacked you with the right hand, how the fuck? Nah. She might be capping.
When the court case started, no one, and I do mean no one, saw the case going like this. A big feature of the 90 minutes was star witness and person that said that they got assaulted by Steffon Diggs, Mila Adams, the chef in question. But it became quickly evident that something fishy was going on with this trial.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the only...
Bro, she dead ass looks like my sister-in-law. It's not, but she do.
Maybe we set her to sidebar, please.
Now, I don't want to take this situation lightly. There is an accusation of a man placing hands on a woman, somebody actually getting assaulted here, and it's because there's a discrepancy with money, so somebody getting taken advantage from that portion. So I went into this truly trying to understand what was going on, but like I said, it turned into a circus extremely fast. It starts off with Steffon Diggs' attorney claiming that there were 6 people in the house. This strangulation never happened.
She got backhand, stop it, right?
Or saw anything of the sort.
It never happened. There was no strangulation. There was no assault. There was no incident on December 2nd.
Stop.
Or any other day. There were 6 people in Mr. Diggs' home on December 2nd, and not one heard or saw anything out of the ordinary.
From here, it only gets worse, though. They drop a video of Mila Adams, the chef, dancing around her home, celebrating supposedly the fact that she had got Steffon Diggs and that
This bitch dumb as hell. Bro. Are you fucking serious? Why? Goofy.
she is going to now be rich and famous. Not only do they have her dancing on film celebrating because she believes she's caught Steffon Diggs, they also have her on the stands lying about text messages and not being able to explain key things. The claim is that Mila Adams set Steffon Diggs up and was going to lie on him in order to get paid. This could be seen through a text exchange between the two, but what she didn't know after deleting them is that on the other side of the phone, Steffon Diggs would keep these same messages. I don't know why that escaped her brain, but this was presented to her in court, and her reaction to this whole situation is priceless.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the DIDN police and the text messages that are here?
Yes, I deleted that and I'm ruining that bitch life.
Why did you delete those?
What? God damn it.
Phrases when you provided those text messages to the DIDN police?
Because when I was abusing my previous relationship, when I would say things,
the objection is sustained.
He would.
The objection is sustained. There's no question there. Again, the jurors will disregard it. Sidebar.
To really put the icing on the cake for her, though, is that they provide receipts, physical evidence showing that there was some sort of transfer of funds, a wire of $4,000 to her for services rendered.
And it turned out, Ms. Adams, you had gotten paid for 2 of the 3 weeks that you said you had gotten paid for, right?
Money make you feel a little bit secure, bro.
This is missing a whole lot of stuff.
Yes or no question?
I can't answer your question.
Wipe your tears with some
without
10s, some 5s, a few 20s.
Text exchanges between you and Sonny?
Yes.
And you write to Sonny, hey, so I looked over my transfers, payment history, and they sent payments, 11/7 and 11/21, totaling $4,000. So you knew that you had actually been paid for 2 of those 3 weeks that you tried to get paid for again, right?
I can't answer that question. Correct.
How the fuck can't you answer the question if you're looking at this shit right in front of you, bro? I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know what, bro? I wouldn't let him, but Steffon Diggs should punch me in the throat and anybody else who is thinking like me. I thought this was a washed case for him. Like, god damn, bro. Like, if you, this is one of those scenes y'all seen in the movie where, like, we all know Steffon Diggs be kind of wild. I'm pretty sure not only me, but other people might put him on the side of a villain. But this nigga literally had everything. I don't want to say he had it covered, because if there was nothing that happened, then he didn't have to cover anything. All he had to do was tell the truth. And I said this the other day too. When all you have to do is tell the truth, bro, Hey, nigga, that's a dub every time, bro, because anybody, when you ain't gotta stutter, you ain't gotta look around, when you ain't gotta look like you putting it together in your fucking head, hey, you could do damn near anything. Shit, you could be a good liar like that, nigga, but the thing about it is you gotta make sure you're gonna keep your lies straight, and she could not keep her lies straight. I think that she thought public opinion was going to play a part into how this trial went, and they were going to look at at Steffon Diggs, you know, as a villain. She thought the trial was going to run itself based on public perception of Steffon Diggs. I don't know if y'all peeping that, but she didn't come prepared because she thought she would have been led in a way to where, you know, it was just gonna be nothing but fucking hoops and A1s. You know what I'm saying? She thought every question they asked was gonna be pertaining strictly to how said assault happened or whatever the case may be. But y'all gotta remember, bro, when you got a nigga with some good lawyers, or shit, a lawyer in general, sometimes all you need is a lawyer, bro. A nigga might pull off a Better Call Saul. You never know. But a lawyer who understands the psychological profile of the person that they're going up against, you know what I'm saying? They don't really even got to understand their client. They just got to understand the client's op, bro. Y'all got to understand that. Lawyers are as close to adjudicators as you could be. And adjudicators, if y'all don't know, are people who basically go in... Okay, so adjudicators belong in certain syndicates and organizations. They're the ones who are going to go get the money. They're the ones who are going to go silence a motherfucker, go in, give a nigga their last warning. Adjudicators are the judges, let me say that, between, organizations and people and things like that. When you got somebody who loves what they do and their job is literally, being answered to and controlling the situation, that's a hard nigga to deal with. And lawyers are exactly that. Lawyers always want to control the situation. And honestly, I said this in another video. That's the type of lawyer I want. I will say, when I was younger, I used to hate criminal lawyers. Like, lawyers who defend criminals, but everybody has a job. And at the end of the day, if you see a nigga who is like, if David would have got off and his lawyer stayed, bro, I would have been pissed, but I couldn't be mad at the lawyer because at the end of the day, he was hired to do a job. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the job you want to do, but it's a job nonetheless. Niggas can say no and things like that, but if it's some really bad shit going on and a nigga get a good lawyer, bro, I promise you, bro, that lawyer might make them really seem like an angel.
When I tell you that this lady is clueless through this trial, I think that it is an understatement. She's like that silly, goofy blonde that they put on Disney Channel shows or rom-com movies, who is oblivious to any and every situation that's going on, but is actively living in it. At one point in the trial, they ask her, does she know that Steffon Diggs tackles 300-pound men or has tackled a 300-pound man before? Probably going along the lines of saying that, hey, he is so strong that if he did put his hands on you, you would feel it in a major way. Her response to this is that she doesn't know football.
He takes hits from 300-pound men for his job. True?
I guess.
Do you know that?
No, I don't know what his role is, and I thought he ran the ball. I don't know if I'm not sure what he does. I don't know football. I don't watch it to know what. I've attended a couple games.
How many of Steffon Diggs' games have you gone to and watched?
4. I don't really watch it, honestly. I'm just there for the vibes.
Now, I know we were supposed to be taking this situation seriously, but I just think it's a little bit funny and had to pause.
The next woman I hear say they're there for the vibes, nigga, you're not hanging out with me no more. The vibes? What vibes? Are you not aware of your surroundings? If something were to happen to you, are you not paying attention to what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's shit like, bro, it's like, why? I hate wasting my fucking time. Why did you come here? You might as well just stay home.
for a second to think that this woman doesn't know anything about football. I'm not saying that I don't believe her, because I do think that she was there just to take the IG pictures and probably has no clue what's going on there. It's just interesting that she handled this question this way on stands, and I don't know who her attorney is, but boy, oh boy, they did not prepare her to get blindsided. No pun intended. No football movie pun intended. It doesn't make Mila Adams' situation any better when other members of the House who were there and people on Steffon Diggs' payroll / a part of his team were asked about the day of said events. The people that would see her come down in a towel, or the people that know of their relationship and have seen the ins and outs as to what goes on. They all
Hold on. I'm not saying she should have done this, but why the fuck didn't she check her bases, bro? Or if these is niggas you work with and you got a plot going, there's nobody you had. Like, you didn't check the boxes and be like, yo, like, I got some shit going on. Like, you gonna snitch on me? You ain't double check? You ain't see? There was nothing swaying you from doing this to not embarrass yourself on the internet in 4K TV. Well, I'm not gonna lie, whatever the camera they use is not 4K, I can tell you that. But still,
all are saying that, hey, she had no marks on her. She was fine. We didn't hear anything.
Right.
Basically that she's lying.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
Anything on her neck?
No.
Did you see any redness or swelling?
No.
Was she crying at all?
No.
What was she doing?
She was walking around looking for a piece of a paper and a pen to write a card, I guess, write a note to him for his birthday gift.
Did you actually see Ms. Adams without clothes on as you were getting dressed?
With a towel on.
Did you observe any bruising, redness on
No.
her neck or chest?
No.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
I'm taking you along this journey because all this stuff is really relevant to the situation. This is all day one of the events. It's clear that this lady doesn't have her story straight. There's some inconsistencies. And at worst, you can flat out say that she is lying on Steffon Diggs about a numerous amount of things that transpired in this situation. Nobody can corroborate her story. Even outside of the stories of Steffon Diggs strangling her and putting hands on her, the claims that she was underpaid by Mr. Diggs was also refuted by his financial team with receipts and from his lead financial team member stating that they in fact even overpaid her for services that were never rendered because she was sent home early.
Do you recall receiving an invoice from Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Do you recall what that invoice was for?
It was for 3 weeks of services in November and reimbursable expenses. Immediately, I knew that it was incorrect because I had paid her. So it raised a flag. I needed to figure out, had I made a mistake or had she made a mistake? That caused me to look a little bit further into the reimbursable expenses.
What did you learn from conducting your audit?
That we had overpaid her.
Day 2 of the trial puts a pin in what would have been a long and lengthy court proceeding. Day starts off with Mila Adams not being able to answer any question straightforward and honestly folding like a lawn chair or origami or anything else that's foldable, like a Mila Adams in this situation.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
I haven't finished my question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that. You were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
Sorry, I don't understand your question without further explaining.
At this point, Mila Adams is totally off the rails and she is saying, screw whatever plan that was in place. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to come with something that was never stated before and claim that Steffon Diggs wanted me to recant my statements and pay me $100,000.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only...
maybe we set her to sidebar, please.
It gets so bad that after she makes this big and bold claim in court, they go to recess. And when they come back from recess, the judge is like, yo, gang, if you're going to BS like this, we're about to strike everything.
If you don't understand a question, you can say that, and I'm sure counsel will rephrase. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function, and especially trial, unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding to questions the court deems.
All right, y'all. I got to say this right now. I have literally never seen a judge be this impersonal and have to explain the process of the fucking court, you know, and how it works. I have never seen this shit in my fucking life. Only in trials for famous motherfuckers could this type of shit probably happen, because I don't now. No, let me not say that. Yes, let me say that. Because they have translators for Spanish niggas, all kinds of shit. This is the most embarrassing shit I have ever seen. Her mother needs to smack her. Needs to. Like, this shit is embarrassing. You got up on stage to look dumb. There was not even a spark of light in her eyes when it came to any of these questions. And even beyond that, why the fuck, why would you come with no evidence, no proof, no story that's at least that I could possibly put together to make sense? Like, did you, and then why did you represent yourself? If she would have got a lawyer, the lawyer would have helped her come up with a lie. I don't get it. Like, this is why motherfuckers gotta, like, please stop going and defending yourselves at trial. Please. At least talk to a motherfucker first, bro, because this shit is goofy. This shit looks stupid as hell. Hey, what the fuck?
If you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken.
And lastly, before the 90-minute deliberation that would ultimately find Steffon Diggs to be not guilty of any charges, the prosecutor themselves even had to admit that their star witness, the one that they had been prepping and priming, hell, the main one that was responsible for bringing these charges to the forefront, was very, very lackluster.
Was Miss Adams a perfect witness? No. She was argumentative, avoided, difficult. You don't have to like Miss Adams. You don't have to like the way she testified today and yesterday, but you do have to give her and her testimony the attention it deserves.
Yeah, gang, not a good witness to you, but brought some funny internet moments to us as a community, so I appreciate it for this. But
terrible
overall,
witness.
this isn't some sort of funny situation. There are no winners in this case at all. Be clear, this isn't me caping for anybody when I make these statements. Everybody,
Right.
I do mean everybody, loses in this situation. You can see Steffon Diggs, after finding out that he is not guilty, starts to go to tears. He starts to get really, really emotional, and he knows it's because his life has been altered immediately, and specifically due to this backlash.
After the verdict was read, he got emotional and he clutched his lawyers. How is Steffon doing right now?
It's an emotional thing to have, false allegations levied at you. This has impacted him both
That's a fact.
personally and professionally. He's an emotional person, but he's a person. He's a human being.
Steffon Diggs will forever have a jacket based off of this incident now, and he is somebody who lost his job because of this situation.
After making
That's
a run to
true.
the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots and veteran wide receiver Steffon Diggs are parting ways. Damn, I thought he done a great job in the locker room. Superb. I thought he was great being available when he played. I think the distractions off the field is too much for him.
Not only did he lose his job, but he also lost his family. Cardi B separated from Steffon Diggs due to all of these claims and issues that he's had in the household. Now, I'm not saying that he is peachy clean and scot-free. He was in a supposed monogamous relationship and still stepped out what seemed to be numerous times. Cardi B ran interference, got mud slang on her name, which I'm not saying that Cardi B is right either, but they ultimately split due to the complexities of this claim, his infidelities, and all of the things that he had happening surrounding this case. And now Cardi B in real time is finding out that it wasn't other women that she was suspecting of him being romantically linked to, or it wasn't him actually placing hands on somebody else, but somebody close to them in their household, a private chef that she had trusted, was the one that Steffon Diggs was being, creepy with.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say that everybody, and I do mean everybody in this situation, has had some sort of social media narrative spun about them. Some people jumped the line early, jumped the gun early, and put egg on people's faces. And that's probably one of the bigger.
I don't think there's nothing we can do about
some sort of targeting of high-profile people that is going on, and I don't think that that's right. We do jump the gun and place blame on people, and that's not right either. And I still have to stick to my guns here. Cheating and infidelity wouldn't have had this man in this situation, and that is wrong as well. So sure, we may have gotten a few laughs out of a trial, and by a few, maybe more than a few, but at the end of the day, this is an embarrassing and sad situation as a whole. And I think for a community at large, we should probably look at ourselves and say, you know what, let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes before we start placing blame on this person, that person, and the third person, and let's let the people go to stand and tell their truth, because it may end up being funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And play so many roles, call me best friend. I can hear the wishes, hold up what you saying. I don't understand, never understood. Pray to God, oh you wish you could, oh shoulda.